What's up guys, this is B-Side Investing. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please feel free to like and subscribe. And so today we're just going to cover over the 100k challenge and just breeze through what's going on. And hopefully the audio comes out good because I'm recording it in a different room. So just a tester. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just move back to the old position. So right, so getting into it, so you can see Bitcoin here, it's kind of tumbled down to 44.4k. Throughout the day we've seen to reach a high of 46, and that's what's been carrying the miners here. I believe it came up above 11% with Bitfarms. And so if we get into here with Bitfarms, you can see the chart. So yes, so we hit a high of 6 here and we just tumbled down. So right, it's pretty much just mimicking Bitcoin price at the moment. So that's good. There isn't any news with any of the companies as of yet, since the Q2 financial results out. The earnings are out. So the only thing that could happen now is if there are new miners acquisition happening, or a private placement or a public offering. And we're still waiting for HIVE to release their financials. So okay, so getting into our WealthSimple account, so we're currently sitting at 6354.94, which I know it's not the top. We were just sitting at about, let's see, $7,400. Right, so this was kind of like the height when Bitcoin was rushing back up. You can see the movement here. So when Bitcoin was coming back up from the 30s and the 40s and then the mid 45 and then 47k. So now it's kind of consolidated, so it's coming back down a little bit, which is kind of expected. So I wasn't really expecting to stay in the $7,500 range that long. It's natural to kind of expect to come for it to come down. I mean, it did make a run. So since July 19 here, we did make a run, almost just more than 3 weeks. We ran up here from $4,300 all the way to $7,400, so $3,000. We just ran up. So yeah, it's a little breather here. It doesn't really affect us, and nor do I really care about it. I mean, it's much needed break. So okay, overall I believe we're up still around 60%, which is amazing. I mean, we were just struggling to go above what was it, 20% just like a month ago. So I mean, we're in a good position. So and there is still more to come with what the miners are going to offer and what they're going to perform in the coming months. Like I said, for me, I thought September was the month that was going to start kind of the ascension with Bitcoin. It was going to happen with in September, but it happened a little bit earlier. That's fine. Now everything is just shifted up a month earlier in terms of the price action. So going up and then consolidating and then feeling it out, and then maybe a few months later it'll just move up. I'm not really gonna look into the charts and stuff because, you know, day to day it's tough. I'm just focusing on the long term action where we're expecting it to go. If you look at stock to flow, I mean, we are expecting it. If you look at the chart, we're coming back up now. So if you focus here, so we're in the green range right now. So we're expecting it to come above right here, $80,000, and hopefully hit around 150 was my price target for Bitcoin. But who knows, if it goes above 100k, I think it's a win. I know it'll probably hit it'll probably go lower once the 1 year kind of like the uptrend is over, and then the 3 year doom 3 years of doom comes. Maybe it'll be different this time, but it's tough to say. Yeah. So Right. So if you just look at the stock to flow, I mean, history kind of repeats itself here. So every time you see here, there's always an uptick and then a max, and it just comes back down. It's expected. I mean, that's why we're going for a higher than 150K. So when it comes down, it'll most likely just hit around $60,000 to $80,000 range. So if it goes to $20,000, then I'm hoping it to consolidate around $80,000 around this period here. So hopefully that happens, but we'll see. Okay, so getting into our stocks here, Essences, really a steal. I remember it coming back all the way back up to where we bought it at, I believe, at least close to 362. It's pretty good. So it's a long-term hold here. So I mean, I'm not expecting any crazy monthly or like weekly, daily gains. It's a long-term hold. Like I said, I mean, pretty much all the companies here, it's a long-term hold. Any of these drops, anything more than 20 to 30%, it usually is a signal for me to just get into it and dollar cost average it. But with the tight budget here that I'm working with this challenge, I'm not able to do it now. But at $2, I'm a buyer if I had the cash remaining. So Bitfarms, I mean, cheap. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Bingo. This thing is, for me, I feel like this thing, because this is my biggest position here, so I don't want to get into too much of the technical, for me, I'm not really, I don't really understand most of the stuff that's going on day to day, and like the words and like the what, I'm not a scientist, right? So I don't it's not a product like a cell phone where I can understand, this many processing power, and camera how many megapixels, okay, that's nice, and then just the price value right there. This is a product for commercial and for scientists. So I do not understand it, but I definitely see the use of it, and I see the bright side of it, and I'm just gonna hold it. So hopefully you understood what I'm trying to say. Usually I wouldn't keep my money in something that I don't understand fully, but this one I'm totally fine with it, because this kind of gave me the biggest jump anyway. So I was up about 1,000% on it, so I'm happy to keep it. So I already took my profit out, so I already took my investments out of it. So okay, so looking into BNGO, right, currently just struggling a bit, 50% down. At 245, I'm definitely a buyer. Look at this, it's so stupid. My average price is $5. So with the drop here, let's see. Yeah, we had the recent drop just a month ago. Okay, so yeah, definitely buyer. There's going to be a lot of activities, and in the future it's going to be tough for the miners. I want to say maybe 5-10 years down the line, but institutional, where it's transactory, where it's just where they just make money on transactions and stuff like that, those instruments, those companies will kind of just, they will be going ahead. Because just look at the banks. Yeah. So company like Coinbase, Voyager, BNGO, anything that is just a mediatory, like something that's in the medium, just handling the transactions, they're gonna do really well, and BNGO is gonna do well. They're just gonna do fine. They're gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it. I should definitely add more positions here, and DeFi kind of came back, so really glad that it did. Let's see, DigiHost, we're kind of down right now. We hit a high of 260s? I think it was a week ago. Right, 260, just under 260 here. Right, there we go. Okay, we see it in the week chart, but not the month chart. But yeah, August 11th. So what was it, a week ago? So yeah, under, kind of down. Not really panicking at all. DMG, yeah, again, I mean, came back up though. I mean, I think I was down minus 50, so I should probably get into that as well. HIVE, they're doing just fine. HUT, I think I covered too many. I just did a video on HUT and Bitfarms, so I think you guys are caught up there. Immersion, down a bit, that's fine. NDA, I mean, yeah, yeah, not worried about these companies. I haven't really updated my watch list here because I haven't gotten the time to. So, okay. Anyways, yeah. So, I mean, in terms of a portfolio, I mean, we're doing fine. Oh, I forgot about the Questrade account here. So, Questrade account looks like so. Argo. We did come back a bit. I think we were sitting at $70 profit. And Astra, we are currently down, but that's fine. Dark Pulse, we're also down. That's fine. I believe we're down like minus 50%. At one point, it went down all the way down to 7 cents. So, I mean, it's caught back up. So, not worried about those. I might sell these positions, not because they're not good investments, but because I have something in mind in terms of expense, and I'm gonna need this to cover that. So we might just end up using WealthSimple from that point on. So okay, so also with the crypto in here, I mean, I'm highly against it. Because of the nature of how WealthSimple is like they are providing crypto in their platform, so you're just buying the rights to that. So you don't own the key, you don't own anything. You're pretty much, you can't transfer them into another coin or any crypto. So it's just gonna be transaction. That's it. And they're going to make money off of it. So it looks like they're going to end up profiting from that very well there. So I know it's great that they're offering, but once again, it seems to just be on a profit and transaction wise, nothing to what crypto is supposed to be. So so I just want to show you my Pancake Swap pool, how it's doing. So let's load up here. So I have about, let's see here, so about 30 cake here. So what I've done is I have MetaMask, and I just transfer BNB into MetaMask and cake into MetaMask, and just use it to make cake here. So I just do the pool, and I did the farm, but I didn't like the returns. I mean, APR about 53%, and at the time when I started this auto cake here, I was sitting at about 130% APY. So you can imagine. I mean, the bonus, the plus of the coin Pancake Swap coin just rising in value on its own, and also earning profit in staking it. So so far it looks like $73, but it's a little more than that because I've added more and I've taken out some. So anyways, yeah, for now it's about $73 profit. So you can imagine it's only been about 2 months, I think. So what was it, since 6? Yeah, so it's a little 2 days over 2 months now. So, and that was the last transaction I made, so that's where that sits at. And so sitting at 30 cake. I mean, that last 2 months, it was I guess some people would say it was tough to hold, because the coins just lost in, like, the value just dropped. I mean, it was ridiculous. So if you go into Pancake Swap, Let's see here. So let's look at 3 months, right? So just look at the 3 months. I mean, the value just fell like crazy from $18 all the way down to like 11, and if you look here, was it $10? So slowly coming back up. So I mean, I wasn't really very worried about it. I think I forgot about it. I just left it alone. That's pretty much the best way you can do it anyway. Just invest in it and just forget about it. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. If you are a nervous investor, just leave it. Just forget that you have this thing. Just leave it. Let it do its thing, and we'll show you the profits. So yeah. In terms of the crypto market, I mean, the market is doing really well. The market cap came to about $2 trillion. Sorry, $2 trillion in crypto market cap. I believe it hit it last weekend or last week. But we're sitting nicely at around the $1.9 trillion. It's really nice. I think one of the top here is Solana, which I have invested in, and I told you guys I love Solana. And Jesus, my only regret would be not investing more. But you know, I mean, I've kind of spread out across many, I think 15 coins, but I think I should bring it down to 10. But yeah, I mean, just think about it. That was crazy. The drop, the ascension is ridiculous. So first, I think we were sitting at around 40, 50s. Let me see here. So yeah, 50s, and then it just boom, went all the way down to $24. And then now the latest drop was at $23, and then at July, just about a month ago, and boom, I think it tripled in value. That's ridiculous. Yeah. So if you got in Solana at around $20, I mean, congrats. That's a ridiculous gain right there. I mean, that's crazy. And they're slowly rising up in terms of the rank as well. Amazing. So it's really good to see them come up, and hopefully all the altcoins kind of recovers nicely. I mean, they did recover nicely, but you know what I mean. I mean, I want them all to come back and do better than Bitcoin, because you know, obviously they will. So if you look at the history, so yeah, hopefully you guys were caught up at least, and took something from this video. Yeah, so this is the most up-to-date hash rate and hodl in terms of August first week, because I could predict it in terms of what the companies are projecting day to day, but you don't know what's really happening. I mean, they could be keeping it, or they just want to probably sell it. But I know most of the companies, they're going to hold it, but some of the smaller ones like DGHI, they might not have the capital or the luxury to hold Bitcoin. So yeah, because they have the bills to pay. They have the miners. This order coming in here, and this order here as well, they need to pay that. So they still have about $70 million left in their private placement. So, and I believe about a year and a half or 2 years left for them to use it up. So that's still looming around as well. So yeah, we might see further price drops, but not because of what you think, but because of the private placement, and not because the company's not doing well, but because we need the capital for the company to grow. And this looks, they could do a loan, but I'm not sure if they'll find someone who would loan them. They could keep the BTC in collateral, but it depends how much money they could get for that amount of BTC. But doing the private placement makes so much sense, because you have to realize the company is not the stock market, and the stock market is not the company. The stock price does not represent the company, and the company does not represent the stock price, or the vice. Okay, I'm mixing up, but you understand what you mean. You understand what I'm trying to say. So, the companies, I mean, they'll, if I was the head of DGHI, I wouldn't really care about the shareholders right now, because I would be expecting them to look at the future growth and not look at the short-term growth, right? So definitely need a lot of money for them to grow if they want to compete with the big boys here. These four. HIVE is a big boy, but not to the tune of these guys. Hut, Mara, Riot, and Bitfarms. Yeah. So I think that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys, like I said, took something away from this. Always do your own research. Make sure you fact check everything. I fact checked this, so I'm pretty sure that I'm 100% confident this is the most accurate, because I've literally took them out from their website and from their latest news press release and their huddle update and their production updates, so the latest ones. So these are the latest numbers. But the huddle number will not be the most accurate because every day changes. So yeah, keep that in mind. And yeah, so if you're also trying to find the future in future for future reference, I saw many people on Twitter and like on just on forums, they don't reference the article or the website. Like, reference, if you're gonna say this company is gonna do this they're doing this hash rate, reference, man. Show me where you got that information from. This is not fucking just like, people are not gonna believe you just because you say it in there. So always show your work. Where did you find it? Let me see, so I can fact check it, so always put the fact check out there. So that was kind of an annoying bit there. So okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.